Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie. I'm with the service department at East Coast Yacht Sales. Today I'm going to take you through an engine room tour on a 58 Sirena, and we're going to go through a little bit of a pre-departure check. I like to start by checking the coolant on each engine, which is up here, and it's just making sure I can see the coolant, but it's not too high or too low. And then I come down here, and with a clean rag, so I can see colors, I check the main engine oil. So it's a wipe on the dipstick, put it back in, and check the level. It should be between the two bars on the dipstick. We're in range, we're okay there. And then I will move back to the transmission here, and we'll do the same. Wipe the dipstick clean, re-dip, and make sure that it's between the bars, which it is. So this engine is ready to roll. Next, we'll move over to the generator and check fluids on that as well. We can see our coolant expansion tank there. Looks okay, a little low. And then oil here. Check the dipstick. And that looks okay. At this point, I'm confident in starting the engines and the generator and letting them warm up, and we can get underway. So up here, we're going to go through the process of starting the generator and changing over from shore power to generator power. So we are going to turn the generator battery on. We're going to hold the preheat button. While holding the preheat button, I like to then turn the generator over, and I still give it a little bit of a preheat. And there it is. The generator is up and running. So here I'm just turning everything on the breaker panel off so that once the generator is warmed up, we can switch over to generator power without having too much of a load on it. So on the 58 Sirena, engine battery switch is located up here. We need to make sure that's kicked on in order for us to start the main engines. So now that we've checked all of our fluids on the engines and we're ready to start them, I come over here to this Volvo Penta screen, and we kick on each of the ignitions, and then we can individually start each engine. So port first, port's running, starboard is running, and from here I will turn on my bow and stern thruster, and we will test the bow thruster each way, and it looks like we're good. And we'll check the stern thruster as well, and it looks like we're good. And I always like to check each engine individually to make sure I have power to them. So we'll kick it into forward, and that's good. And we'll kick it back into reverse, and that's good. And then we'll do the starboard side. Good. Reverse. Good. So at this point, I'm confident that I have control of both engines, and the bow and stern thruster are ready for us to leave the dock. So at this point, the generator is running and we are switched over to generator power. So I'm going to pull the shore power in here. All right, so I'm gonna be taking us off the dock here. And at this point, I just want to acknowledge all the variables here. Looks like wind isn't too bad, current's not too bad here. If anything, it might be pushing us into the dock. So I'm just gonna use my bow thruster and stern thruster here and kick us off the dock a little bit. I'm gonna push myself away from the dock enough to where I can get out and around this boat here behind us. And now I'm going to kick my port engine into reverse and touch my bow thruster a little bit, pushing us off the dock some more. Kick it back to neutral because we're moving pretty quickly here. Kick them both into reverse, get us out away from these boats here. And I just like to feather them in and out of gear so that we don't get moving too quickly. Just paying attention to my surroundings, make sure there's no boats coming at me or coming up from behind me here. Tap my forward engine, my port engine into forward here. Just get us to stop moving. and I'm going to take us into the dock again. I like to make my approach super slow and strictly with the engine throttles as I have more control there. We are going to come in for a port side tie, and based on the wind here, I'm basically just feathering the port engine in and out of forward. If I drop my starboard engine into reverse, it should pull the aft end of the boat in a little bit and get us closer to the dock here. I like to work each engine separately because it just gives me more control when approaching the dock here. Bump them both into reverse just to stop the forward momentum here. Use my bow thruster to kick us over a little bit. Slow us down again. Now I'm using my camera here to see the swim platform and see how far off the dock we are. There we have a stern line coming on. And from here I can basically hold us to the dock while they make the lines off with just the bow and stern thruster. And just like that, we're on the dock.